So I don't know if you guys know it or not, but you can get vegetables like this from the Asian market. I don't know what the name of this is, but we eat it all the time. I guess the Vietnamese name is, what's the Vietnamese name? Mung Thoi. Mung Thoi. So whatever Mung Thoi is, but there's big old leaves, so you can put these in a soup. It's real thick. So if you go to the Asian market, the Vietnamese markets, okay, you get vegetables like this. Y'all might see this growing somewhere and just think it's a weed. It'll be looking like this. There's flowers on there, okay? You think it's a weed, but this is food. And so what we're gonna do later, we're gonna use some of this to cook, but then we're also gonna plant these in the ground because they'll grow again. You can get them already grown from the Asian market. And the trick is, yeah, eat some and then put some more back in the ground, because as long as you got the stems on there, you should be able to grow these again. Once they hit the dirt, they'll start growing again into the dirt. So I didn't know if you knew that. That's a strategy that we use. We buy the vegetables. We don't consume all of it. We use a little bit of it to regrow, even if it's just one part, one piece, because it'll grow and start growing under the ground and start having additional plants popping up. So we'll put that somewhere outside in the garden, in our box gardens, raised garden beds, and then we'll watch it grow into more food later. So you don't have to grow everything from the seed. See the seeds? We keep seeds of certain fruits and stuff, and we'll grow those too. You can grow seeds from the fruits you eaten, like grapefruit seeds. Takes a while for them to mature, of course, and you got to have, the climate right. And if they grow big enough, they'll withstand the frost in the winter, depending on how cold it gets. But you can you can grow those as seedlings indoors first, which I'll show you what we're doing outside. But just know that you can regrow a lot of your Asian vegetables and some American style vegetables from the store. All right. So let me show y'all some of the seedlings that you can be growing indoors and then transfer those outdoors later if you need to. So my wife is cutting just the leaves off, and then we're going to grow the rest of this, put it in the ground so it can grow the leaves again, so we can keep producing food.
Yeah.
So you got the seeds you can use, and it's going to grow in the ground again from the stem. So that's what the vegetable looks like when you cook it. The one I showed you earlier that my wife cut all the leaves off, those are the leaves. There's some vegetable protein in there, and she used a little soy sauce and some garlic and sauteed it. So that's what it looks like after you cook it down just a little bit. It looks like that. Tastes really good. The leaves are soft, really good flavor. And also, here's all the vegetables we got out of the garden. Everything except for the tomatoes and the cucumber. But everything, all the greenery came from out of the garden. All right, y'all. So just like I was showing you, like my wife does little seedlings. So these are pumpkin seeds. Okay. You see these bowls? These are just reused bowls that we had from other stuff. She uses everything, old candle vases, stuff like that. Anything to grow your seeds. See the seedlings popping up? So you can't tell me that you can't grow seeds anywhere, even if you have an apartment. This is a bowl from some ramen. Okay, we keep those. We don't waste them. These are some containers I got out of that Walmart dumpster when I was dumpster diving. There's like 1, 2. There's a whole bunch of them back there. We use all kinds of containers to grow the seedlings in. Then when these get big enough, these have been growing since a couple of months ago. So then we'll transfer those out to the actual garden, right? Where we got our dirt being prepared and stuff. And this stuff is going to grow like crazy. So you don't have to put the seeds in the ground to get them to grow outside. You can start growing this stuff inside, right? Then once it starts growing, then you can transfer it. This is like, I think this is, if I remember right, this is grapefruit. This is a grapefruit seed. And these are taken directly from the grapefruits. After we eat the grapefruit, Then we save the seeds, and then you plant them and they start growing. It's that easy. So grapefruit seeds going to take a lot longer to mature, but you got to start somewhere, you know. And then you have a couple of spots where you plant some grapefruit trees, grow them up a little bit, and then transfer them outside. Then you got a grapefruit tree growing, just like an orange tree or a fruit tree, peach tree. So I just wanted to show you guys that there's no excuse for not growing food. These right here, this is from vegetable stems that we already ate. She kept the stems and replanted them in the dirt. Now they're growing again. This is stuff that we eat with our soups and stuff. So, and this is a little baby aloe vera tree. We'll keep that for next year. All of these used to look like that. They used to look small like that and like this. But now these are big enough, they can actually get transferred outside and grow even bigger. So that's what we're planning to do with those. Over here, we got lemongrass, been growing inside this winter. So this stuff, we bought these from the Asian food stores. And I'll show you what that looks like when it comes. And then you can see with your own eyes how it ends up looking if you regrow it. So I'm going to show you that right now. All right, here's what the lemongrass looks like. It'll actually be a little bit more in it than this, but you can see the bottoms come like this, okay? So we got some outside as well. We've got a bunch of these already planted outside that are starting to come back this spring. I'll show you that, but basically she just takes the dirt in a pot and sticks these in the dirt down there far enough, and that's what you're seeing regrow now. So you can grow this stuff from this phase into this indoors and have, so lemongrass, if you peel this husk off, you can cut the lemongrass. You ever been to an Asian restaurant or a let's see, like a Thai restaurant, and they have lemongrass noodles or something with lemongrass something, that's what they're using, the actual lemongrass. You can make lemongrass tea. You can use it as a food additive. It helps lower the blood pressure. I know that. You can also, what we do in the house, we use a steamer, and this is lemongrass, dried lemongrass that we dried in the sun last year. That's all the tops of the lemongrass we dried and cut it. So now we take this material, put it in a steamer with hot water and steam it, and you can go in a little tent or something and do a lemongrass detox where you're steaming the lemongrass into the tent or the little, something that you're in to keep all the steam in, and you detox your body with that. So there's a lot of different applications for lemongrass, and you can be growing this in your house. That's like a herb, and you start off like this. You don't even need the seed. So go to your Asian supermarket, pick you up some lemongrass, pick you up some of these crazy looking vegetables that they have. Y'all need to know that's food. That is food. So right now I'm gonna go outside and show you where some of this stuff got replanted, because some of it will grow when it's cooler out better. I'll show you what my wife did. She took it from this phase here and put it in the ground, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like right now. Right now we got a crazy weed infested. We got to get in here and start pulling a lot of this stuff out of here. It's just growing like crazy. Springtime weeds. But this is the vegetable that I was telling you about. She put these in here like maybe a month ago. So this is food, y'all. You peel that off, put it in your salad, put it in your soups or your noodles, whatever you want to do. This is food. I don't know the name of it. It's an Asian leaf. I have no idea what the American name is. But hey honey, what's the Vietnamese name for this one? Rau hong. It's called rau hong. Rau is vegetable, means vegetable. Rau hong, I don't know what the home part means, but rau hong, that's the Vietnamese name for that. But these were little twigs, and she put those in the ground. Now they're growing really good. So you can grow stuff very quickly when you use parts of the stuff that's from the store that was already grown. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So this is my wife picking some of those vegetables I was telling you about. You can see we kind of cleaned up some weeds. We got a little bit more cleaning to do, but it looks a little better over here. Been doing some stuff over there, trying to get this cleaned back up. We already got stuff growing where seeds dropped last year, so that's going to be interesting. In about 2 months, y'all going to see like that little purple, see that little purple leaf right there in the middle of the camera? That's a vegetable, Vietnamese vegetable. Is that basil? No, that's not basil. That's that other vegetable you have, Tal. Anyway, as y'all can see, you can grow some food really quickly if you got the right vegetables. Get to the Asian market so that you can actually get some stuff that you can regrow and you can keep eating on it time and time again. So right now she just picked a few little things and we got a whole bed of lettuce and what is that, peppermint, other stuff. Man, it smells so good. And all kinds of stuff we got growing. So is that cilantro? It looks like cilantro. It's something we're gonna eat. Whatever it is. She knows the name of some of this stuff in Vietnamese names. I don't know, but I'm gonna eat it all. This right here is some lettuce that we grew over here. I'll show you that real quick. She got my shoes on too, by the way. Just some little leafy, it rained really bad, so it's just kind of just now coming up. But then we have some other stuff growing over here in sections. She threw those in the ground. Trust me, these will start growing. These came straight from the store. Okay, they came straight from the store. And she cut all the leaves off. You see the seeds still on them? That's how we get them from the Asian market, like that. You'll see some of the leaves still on here. She cuts the tops, and these bad boys will start, she prunes the tops, okay? These bad boys will start growing leaves like this and like this. They'll get really tall, and you'll have leaves growing everywhere, okay? So we'll see how that turns out. Trust me when I say you can grow some vegetables and eat some food. There's no reason to be starving. You know, no reason to be starving whatsoever. You don't have to, there's no excuse for anybody not to have food if you're utilizing the right information. A lot of us been trained to just grocery store. Even when you go to the store, we've been trained to only eat certain kind of foods. And when something new is available, your eye don't even see it. You don't even recognize it as food. And that's the dangerous part about America. Y'all need to go hang out at some Asian restaurants, meet some people, get to know some Asians that grow stuff out of their house, because they will show you what's food to them, like edible food, stuff that you can buy in the Asian markets. They package their stuff differently too than American. So it's actually a whole different experience, the taste, the flavors, but it's more the utility of the food. So if you can get past your Americanized version of eating food, then it will take you a long way. It will take you a long way. You won't have no excuses for not having food, even if you live in an apartment. Because as you can see, you can be buying stuff right now that's food, regrowing the grown food that's edible. You can cut the leaves off, eat that stuff, leave it in the pot on your balcony or whatever, and then it starts growing the leaves again. You could do that with sweet potatoes. My wife was putting sweet potatoes in little half of a bottle of water. She cut the bottles in half, put water in there, put a sweet potato in there. Then the sweet potatoes start growing the leaves out of the bottle. And they were hanging, she had them hanging on a rack. And so the sweet potato leaves was hanging out the bottles on the sides. And then you just cut that stuff off, put it in your salad or your soup, and you eat it. It's food, it's nutrition. So there's a whole bunch of ways you could be growing food and finding food. Right now, conveniently, in your Asian markets. You can even do some in your American markets, but I don't know the quality is a little different. Asians grow their stuff differently than Americans do. So take your chances there. Everything's gonna have something on it you probably don't want, but the Asian stuff looks healthier to me. It grows. It's more tolerant to things like heat and stuff. It just seems like it does better. And another thing, just make sure y'all know any leaves that are out there that bugs are eating on, and you see little bug holes where they've been eating and stuff, that's food. Just letting you know, that's normally food. I don't see them eating on dandelion leaves that much, but your dandelions with the little leaves, got the pointy leaves, the little prickly leaves on there. Dandelions, you can eat the whole dandelion flower. You can dry the roots, make dandelion tea. You can eat the leaves of the dandelion while they nice and fresh, and there's some around here somewhere. You can eat all that. And then you can eat curly dye. I put the title in there, you will starve to death or you will starve because of this, just because of the lack of knowledge, the lack of knowing, not the lack of believing, the lack of knowing. So subscribe if you like this video, hit the like button. Don't forget about my links below: survival checklist, natural virus killers download, the home defense manual download is down there. I got some other stuff that I wrote a long time ago, my real estate manual, make your profit on the front. Not that you need that right now, but that information may be critical, because if the market falls and you're sitting on some cash and you need to buy some property, there's a ton of information in there how to flip that stuff. Okay, if money is still money, you can still make some money. That book will come in handy for you. But anyway, those downloads are below. Hit me up in the comments as usual, and appreciate y'all. Yo, on the community page, I just want to say this: I actually posted I posted a picture of myself from a couple of years ago. I just wanted to clarify once again, no, that's not me today. That was 2 years ago. I was making a point, like every day is not guaranteed. So one day you healthy, next day, boom, you're on your back. It's possible. So that's why it's good to get prepared and use your minutes wisely. So anyway, this videos went long enough. This is Major signing off for another kind of cool video.